Evening, folks. I'm Jason, and welcome back to Mega Taco. Tonight we are playing Naxxitsoft's Burning Angels. Burning Rangers was a Sega game, and I'm not even a fan of that. Here's Burning Angels. I'm also not a fan of it, but it's for the PC Engine. I say I'm not a fan of it, and this is why. I went into this game blind, which I should have learned my lesson from Star Wars. No, I haven't, because I'm old. So I went into it blind. It's not a bad game. It has flaws. I have flaws with the game. I probably like it better than Burning Rangers. I don't like Burning Rangers. I tried. I tried to like Burning Rangers multiple times. I just can't. I'm glad I sold it. I sold it for a lot. Anyway. I'll shut up now so we can see the amazing story that's going on. So, some dude kidnaps Dr. Kaga. Cadet Boob and Cadet Butt need to go save the day. And off we go. There you go. That's the story. Now, there are some interesting things about Burning Rangers. Burning Rangers! Burning Angels. I like the music to Burning Rangers. Alright. For starters, it has a V mode and an H mode. Now, H mode is not what you think it is. It just means for a horizontal screen. V mode, in theory, gives you more real estate, like a proper arcade shooter would. There's also easy, normal, and hard. Despite what the reviews would have you believe, this game is not easy. And people that say it's easy are a bunch of snobs and are dumb. So, it's 2 players simultaneous. You can only do your special attack with 2 players, so that's out the window. We have Dragon and Phoenix. Or, I'm sorry, Phoenix. I played Dragon before, because here's the kicker. I played the game already. And I beat it. And I discovered I was not recording. And that was trash. That really sucked. So I'm doing it over again. And that, you know what, that's okay. Because I have some idea what to expect now. Also, I'm not going to be afraid to do save states because there are no continues in the game. Oh, and that... Hang on, guys. Sorry. I'm not comfortable at all. There. There. Jeez. There's no continues in the game. You have 1 life. You do have a life bar that can be refilled. But once that's gone, that's it. Game over. Enemies do like to spawn from the bottom of the screen, which is nonsense. Sometimes you can predict it because they're enemies that you did not shoot down the first time. The stars that you see there fill up that middle meter there. That is supposed to be your special attack meter that both players can activate. However, if you're only playing 1 player, no, you don't get any of that. I mean, I'm trying. Doesn't work. There's missile. Thank you. L is for life. That's good. Ah, yeah, it's one of those nights. I still can't believe I did that. I'm saving it real quick. There. Because you'll notice that it's really hard to see where you're shooting with this background. I'm not a fan of the patterns of the bosses. I'm also not a fan of not being able to see where they're firing. I'm okay. It's fine. We're good. We're having a good time. Anyway. Oh, yes. Why did I choose this game? I have no idea. I'm not sure why I was like, oh, this game looks good. Who knows? Speaking of possible mistakes, Rachel and I started watching Martian Successor Nautico, which is a series that I could recognize from a mile away, but I couldn't tell you a thing about it. And now that I've watched it about halfway through, I still can't tell you anything about it. Ugh. It is a weird series. I mean, I'm enjoying it for the most part. But it's like, I tell this story, Rachel. It's like the series deliberately trips you, and then picks you back up and apologizes, and then it pushes you down the stairs, and then it does it all over again. It's such a wild ride, and it doesn't help the fact that it is so poorly paced and edited. It really is. It's very hard to follow at times because the editing is so spastic. And I don't know if that's on purpose or what, but yeah, it was a choice, that's for certain. It's like if Coleman Francis directed an anime. First time that time, saving it. But it is interesting. It's just, it goes from like, total slapstick one moment to super dark the next. And then making like some sort of, societal statement the next one. It's certainly a series. I do like it. It's weird. I really wish I could hang on to my specials. That'd be great. Oh, this boss. Now your rams. There it goes, ready? Ooh. I'm doing better this time because I know what I'm doing, to an extent. Still taking a lot of damage, as you can see. Oh wait, I'm taking a lot of damage. I just realized I'm player 2. Crap. This is bad. This is going to make it very hard to continue. There's some life. Oh. Man. Okay, we'll save it here. I got a man, this is exactly what happened last time if I played through. I doomed myself because I had such little life. Yes, I'm saving it again. There. Yeah, when you're fully loaded up, you're great. Just like any shooter, really. But man, you lose your power-ups, then that's it. Not as bad as like Gradius, but it's up there. Nice. Saving it. Anytime I get life, I'm saving it. You know what? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I've played through it once already. Not again. Oh look, enemies that come from the bottom of the screen. How about that? garbage. Really, really is. Really is. Speaking of garbage, no, I'm just teasing. I played a lot of the Street Fighter 6 beta last night. It wasn't my intent to, mind you. Oh, why'd I go after that? But I ended up really learning some of the systems a little bit more, and was really enjoying it actually. Now that I have more of an idea of how everything works, and I'm reloading. I'm reloading. I could do better than that. And I did end up actually pre-ordering it. Specifically the standard edition. Because, I mean, I'm not getting fooled into getting another character pass. Yeah, I mean, ultimately I think you do save money, but the characters don't come out for months. So, and you only get one every couple months or so, so it's not worth it. I can wait. And then there's like the Ultimate Edition, which is even more ridiculous. I think you get some extra stages with that, but come on. So, but I checked the forums, because, the Steam forums. Just to see like if anybody had any like tweaks for the game, you know, graphic adjustments, because a lot of the times they do. You know, with Street Fighter V, for example, you had to tweak the INI file in order to get rid of like the motion blur. I'm not a fan of motion blur in games. I really am not. However, yeah, instead of that, I'm greeted with, you know, I'm not buying this game because Capcom's, you know, gone woke. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So yeah, I kind of write it off. I don't really think too much about it. Then I noticed that Wizards is releasing Arena on Steam. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. You know, I wonder if there's anything different. So I'll check the forums to see, you know, if there's anything different. And the very first post is this game woke? And really, you know, I come to discover that somebody asking if a game is woke, they're basically asking, does this game contain black and or gay people? It really has become this dog whistle for like a bigoted, like a safe word for a bigot. Because they don't understand what woke means. You know, woke is, you know, if it's even used anymore, the initial idea is, you know, identifying societal injustices and problems, basically, with social issues, and then coming up with ways to resolve them. Basically, in a nutshell, it's about being a better person and helping people, which, you know, is not something you. How do you argue against that? You know, it's good to help people. You want to help people. Helping people is just a nice thing to do. Because someday you're going to need that help, or you might need that help, or somebody you know might need that help. You know, it goes around, comes around type thing. but no, that's definitely not what how these people view that. They view going woke as, you know, a company bowing down to the libs, um, and putting, you know, uncomfortable. I'm letting myself die. This I keep better than that. And putting um, something that makes them uncomfortable or different in their media. Oh, you know, the horror. I love the fact that it took that long to kill me. Despite the fact that if I moved around, I would die a lot quicker. Um, Now, I feel like I should point out that I just keep getting shot, and I need to stop that. Hang on, guys. I can do better. I feel like I need to point out that I do feel like it is you can make a valid argument that some companies, most companies, make these changes for inclusion based on for PR reasons, and do so in a very heavy-handed approach, with a heavy-handed approach, and very awkward. Case in point, Blizzard, for example, like Dragonflight, the latest WoW expansion. Quite a number of gay characters, and you know they're gay because they basically tell you they're gay. That is their defining trait, is that they are gay, and it's always they're always you know, the craftsmen, the tailors, the gardeners, the environmentalists. They don't go to great lengths to avoid stereotypes. This is terrible. Um, I'm redoing it. This is just awful. There we go. But what? Oh, I didn't say that. If I could just hang out here. But what is important to realize, heavy-handed as it may be, it's not necessarily doing any harm. I mean, yeah, you're stereotyping. It's fine, but it's. I don't want to say it's harmless, but it's whatever. But you are making an effort, and you are actually making a change that includes expectations. So, yeah. Okay. Dragonflight, you know, handful of NPCs that basically announce that basically wear signs that say, "Hey, I'm gay." Yeah, it's kind of tactless, um, and doesn't do much as far as having a character be something else other than, "Hey, I'm gay." However, at the end of the day, the game does include representation. It does represent a gay character. Okay, we'll work out the fine details later. We'll get there. Don't expect a whole lot from a video game company. Even Blizzard. Especially given their track record when it comes to writing. We should know this by now. They are not the strongest writers. They really are not. uh, so, yeah. Like I said, I think you can definitely criticize companies, but you need to pick and choose your battles too. And again, you need to also... You also need to restart this level. This level's rough. It really, this is the last level, actually. really is tough. This is a tough level. I'm not sure what the best pattern is to it, quite honestly. Again, you have the enemies that come from below, which is just total nonsense. Oh, then I get hit again, I lose my missiles. I need to stop moving around. I need to stop moving around. That's my problem. Let's reload it. Let's go again. Let's go again. Oh, I turned turbo on. That killed me. I'll do the turbo. Alright, try it again. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. No, if you were questioning, like in all sincerity, like these people aren't actually, actually sincerely asking, is the game woke? They're doing it for a reaction. They're doing it because that's what racist children on the internet do, and it's obnoxious. And I hate to see it on the Steam forums. But if you are asking sincerely, if you are, and if it does bother you that your game has a gay character in it, or a black character in it, or whatever, you need to, I don't want to call you an idiot, but you are, and you need to reevaluate your life a little bit. This is coming from me, who's playing a game solely based on the fact that it had two leotarded women riding hover bikes or something. That's the only reason I play this game. It's like, oh, this looks great. So, I mean, come on. Pretty liberal, but I'm not, bleeding heart liberal. That power up, but it's just too risky. Oh, I think I hit from the bottom. Oh, you know what? I should just go. I should just get that power up and just be done with it. What if I stay in the middle? No, that's dumb. That's a dumb idea. I have to find the right spot. So you can kind of manipulate it. But then you gotta watch that guy come in. Alright, I got some missiles. Nobody dodged that, and I lost everything then. That's what I needed. I found that staying over here seems to be the safest. Yep. And you know what? We're saving it. Sorry, I just keep thinking of the whole the woke fear. Like, it doesn't even make sense. And again, all it boils down to is just people afraid of change. And to some extent, I do understand when it comes to like a media property that you're familiar with. The best example I can think of is me personally, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Back when, was it like Iron Man 1 or 2? I don't know, one of the two. The Marvel Cinematic Universe was beginning to take off, and we beat the game, by the way. And one of the characters revealed was Nick Fury, which of course was played by Samuel L. Jackson. Now at the time, I don't want to say I was against it, but I was just like, what is this crap? They just picked Samuel L. Jackson because he was super popular at the time. He still is. But I mean, he was like really early 2000s, like internet celebrity style fame. Like he really was taking off amongst pop culture enthusiasts. And I had always Nick Fury in my mind was always this gruff 40-something white dude with 5 o'clock shadow and a cigar and an eye patch. Um, that's how I always envisioned him. I wasn't partial to the character per se. Like I wasn't like this huge Nick Fury fan. I wasn't a fan at all. He was just a Marvel character I was familiar with because he was all over the Marvel universe. Um, but it turned out that man, I really liked Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. In fact, that is like my Nick Fury now. I don't the old Howling Commander Nick Fury is like, it's fine. But, but Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury is badass, and I love it. Um, my point is, don't be afraid of change. Not to mention, it doesn't change. It doesn't retroactively change things. That was the big Gamergate thing. Was that, oh, you're taking fan service out of Dead or Alive or Street Fighter. You know what? First thing, the old games still have plenty of that. And you know what? The new games still do too. Street Fighter 6, for example. I was playing as Chun-Li, um, who has some tight tights, mind you. Whoa, those are some tight tights. Um, but then I was playing as Jury. And one of her taunts, she basically just puts her butt in your face. It's like right there. I'm like, guys, yes, they gave Cammy pants on one outfit, but there's also that. So just let it go. Choose your battles and let it go. Words of wisdom from Mekatako. Also, if you do actually say things are woke, you're an idiot, and just stop. Because we're just pointing at you and laughing. Uh, I can't. Sorry, I really can't get it. There's yeah. So we beat it. Hooray! Uh, thank you for playing. There's no way out of this. I'm resetting. Of course, it reset in horizontal mode, so I got to put it back on vertical. Option. Sure. There's a science fiction convention called, it's in Michigan, I think, coming up, in an undisclosed location due to security reasons. Right away, this should tell you what we're getting into. Called Based Con, and it was in the news recently because John Carmack, co-creator of Doom, was going to be attending, and it's called Based Con. So again, red flag number two. Although that should be the first one because it's called Based Con. That's the title. Uh, the it's supposed to be a convention celebrating toxicity and um, owning the libs type thing. They don't have any. They don't subscribe to any ideologies except for this big old list of ideologies they list on their homepage. All of which are right out of like some right wing nut job. Guns don't kill people, people kill people. A fetus is a human being. I mean, it's just like everything. It's like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Um, and this is a sci-fi convention, science fiction. I can only imagine what type of science fiction they're celebrating. Certainly not like Star Trek or anything like that. Um, but Carmack took some heat because everybody's like, "Why are you attending this?" And of course, he's basically like, "Hey, As long as you don't discuss politics, these are great. These are good people. These are nice people. Um, and it reminded me of a line in Red Dwarf. The crew gets a hold of a time machine and they encounter their future selves who have been abusing the time machine. And they've grown fat and spoiled. And they're talking to them, about some of the things they do in the past. And a lot of it is they have dinner parties with like some of the worst people in history. Um, to Crichton at one point, it's like you're good friends with the Hitlers, and old Rimmer's like, provided you don't talk about politics, uh, they're a complete hoot. And it's like that's what it reminded me of. It's like, yes, I'm sure if you left out all of the politics and the genocide and the hatred and the bigotry, I'm sure Hitler wasn't bad. there's there's those videos of him playing with children and puppies. And I'm sure he was a sensitive artist with all of his paintings. But there was the whole Third Reich. Ignoring that, oh, Carmack himself is, I don't know, special, but what are you gonna do? Burning Angels, everybody. Burning Angels has brought out the best and worst in Mekatako. No, I'm teasing. It was fine. And I don't mind safe stating my way through it because honestly, not that great of a game. Really bugs me that there are 0 continues in the game. It's all memory. It's all memorization. That kind of sucks too. Yeah. So technically, it's actually been a short episode tonight. Uh, Despite the fact that I spent an hour before playing this stupid thing. That's all I got for you tonight. Uh, Tomorrow, something different. Maybe nothing. Maybe something. Not a bad game. Not a great game. I'm just glad it's off my list. Sorry, I'm just hypnotized by that effect. It was fine. I'm done. Thanks for joining us, and I will see you next time. Good night, folks.